Good morning, beautiful people. Today is an exciting day. We're going on wow. Check, I don't even know if it's recording. San Bonani's. I'm taking you guys to see different apartments in Cameroon and compare the price to apartments in South Africa. I know that you enjoyed my previous two videos comparing South Africa to other African countries, so we decided to roll this out into a series.
According to Business Insider, South Africa is among one of the African countries that it's most expensive to rent an apartment in.
I'm going to show you guys where I stayed when I was back in South Africa. I stayed in a lot of different places, but there was one place in particular that I stayed. I'm going to show you guys where that was, and I'm going to tell you how much I paid for that place, which is pretty much exactly the same price to the apartments we've seen here in Cameroon.
So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to show you an apartment in South Africa, somewhere where I stayed, and compare the equivalent of what you can get for the same price in Cameroon.
Joining me, wow what voice is that?
Greetings to you all.
He said greetings to you all. So anyway, where are we going to right now? To Jouvence?
Yeah, we're going to Jouvence to check on this apartment.
Alright guys, so let's see how it goes. Presently the school holidays are upon us, and in Cameroon we have 3 months of summer holidays, but South Africa actually doesn't have a holiday that is that long. I think the longest holiday in South Africa is 1 month. They have 4 school terms, while in Cameroon we have 3 school terms. So anyway, right now is the holiday season, and so the roads are jam-packed. There's traffic everywhere. Students are out of school, but we are on our way to Jouvence at the moment. That's where we're going to begin. I'm sure we're going to pick up somebody, right, who's going to show us the different apartments.
Yes, he's going to pick up somebody to show us.
But first we had to stop and get some petrol because we're going to be driving around town a lot. I don't know about you guys in your various countries, but the price of everything is going up. Now, I thought very much about starting with this apartment, but I'm going to leave it till the very end. I would like to begin with the South African apartment first, where I paid 2,800 rands per month. So this was a 2-bedroom apartment, but then I was sharing with another person, and you walk in, the first thing you see is the kitchen, which was actually my favorite thing about this apartment. So this was my first year of my PhD, and my room was 2,800 rands, and this is the room, guys. It was very, very small. This is it. There's nothing else to it really, but at least it was comfortable. And then opposite my bed was my cupboard or wardrobe, I don't know how people call it, and then there was a washing machine as well. We had a washing room, and then outside the washing room we also had like a swimming pool, chilled area. So this is the SA apartment. Now moving on to the Cameroon apartments, I'm going to show you 2, and both are 2-bedroom apartments for the same cost. So this is the first apartment we went to, and we had to ring a bell, and we were attended to by a security guard before we were let in.
Going into that house, there was a security guard there. You had to ring a bell before getting in, and there was parking as well. So these are just the things I did not show on video. I wanted to make you guys aware of.
So I just want you guys to bear in mind that this is the capital city, Yaoundé, and so rent is actually more expensive here. So you could actually get a cheaper place in Cameroon, a 2-bedroom apartment, for less than the cost of this apartment, or even more. It depends on the side of town as well.
And then there you don't pay a water bill, like the municipal water bill. There's something called a fourage. That's water that comes from under the ground. So you save water bill staying there. And then you also have a prepaid electricity, which means that you pay according to how you use. So these are all advantages of that place.
So when we walked in, I was quite impressed with the amount of space. This is the living room, guys. Very, very spacious. And then we went into the first bedroom. This is the first bedroom, and the bed alone is much bigger than the bed size I had in my SA apartment, and the room itself as well, the storage space was quite big. So this is just the first room.
Kitchen suite is not bad.
It's not bad, but the space, the countertop space.
Okay.
The countertop space as you go to cook now.
It's small.
This is the cooking space. It's small though,
Obviously, this cannot compare to the SA kitchen, but at least this wasn't a shared space. It was, a kitchen that belonged to the whole house, as in, it wasn't a housemate situation like I had. Now, on to the second room. Guys, if you're South Africans watching this video, I know you're already thinking about the colors. This is nothing. We're still going. Cameroonians and the color of paints they use on the walls are something I'm not ever going to get used to.
I must also add that in the South African apartment where I was staying, there were also added benefits which are not here in this Cameroonian homes comparatively. For example, we had uncapped Wi-Fi, and guys, you know what it means to have uncapped Wi-Fi. That's actually one of the main reasons why I stayed in that place. The room was so tiny, but because there was uncapped Wi-Fi, man, I was just online all the time, so at least it added up.
So this particular apartment only had one bathroom, and the other apartment which I'm going to show you had 2 bathrooms for the same cost. It was small, but I guess because of the 2 rooms and the living room, for the price, I think it was still worth it. My favorite part of this apartment was definitely the balcony area. You could see, just freshness around.
So can we go to the one with 2 toilets?
Yeah, let's go see the one with 2 bathrooms.
2 bathrooms.
The advantage of staying in Cameroon obviously is that the rent is cheaper, but I feel as if in South Africa the houses are more well finished in terms of the paint work, in terms of the tiling, in terms of the cupboards. I mean, just the interior decor in general is more refined in South Africa.
Now, the second apartment, the living room was quite big. The kitchen, once again, similar to the first one, was a bit small. The counter space was small.
Storage space.
It's big.
And then I was pleasantly surprised with this storage space. Guys, this is an entire room just for storage space alone. I thought that was quite cool.
That place had a swimming pool, and it also had a washing machine. So these are other benefits that I feel like warrants the cost of staying in that place.
But this one looks mature.
Yeah, this one looks mature. I prefer this apartment.
A quick look at the bedroom. Once again, the bed is huge, the storage space is huge. And then the second bathroom, remember that this apartment has 2 bathrooms. Yeah, the space was all right. And then finally the second bedroom. Unfortunately, there was no light, so I couldn't really film it.
It's a guest room. It's no lights. There are no lights here. Yeah.
120,000 francs for all this space, 120,000 francs for 2 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen, and 2 bathrooms. It's actually worth it,
Right.
honestly, because of the space. So, what's a fridge?
Oh yes, and then there was a little designated area outside for doing laundry. Now I'm gonna need you guys to pay close attention because I feel like the next apartment is the one that I would go for, obviously with some changes, but I need you to look at this with fresh eyes and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Now this apartment was the same cost as the previous 2, but I feel like it was much more spacious and the finishing was more modern. Aside from the paint color, I felt like this apartment is something that I could work with. The balcony area was also quite big, and one thing I just want to make a comment about is that in my previous video I mentioned that Cameroonians build their own houses. Most Cameroonians build their own houses. So I feel like the rental apartments, so people who build apartments for rent, design the rental apartments to their taste, perhaps how they would want their house to be and not so much how they would want their tenants to have it. That's probably because people are more used to building their own homes. I think that's just a comment that I wanted to add my own personal perspective.
Turn the lights here. Repaint, yes, because it has this simple paint that you can repaint. You can now put it white.
Yes, I'm putting white.
White, the room's white.
Wow. Okay.
So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think about this particular apartment. Is this the one?
Now, going into the apartments, they were very beautiful. I like all of them because they were very spacious, and at least the price is not too bad for the kind of space you are getting compared to South Africa.
Back to this article from Business Insider, and I just wanted to show you guys how much rent costs in Ghana and Nigeria, because these are two African countries that also have very expensive rent. I mean, in Ghana, a one-bedroom apartment can go for as much as close to $900. $900, guys. Now, putting all three costs aside, you can see that Lagos definitely takes the cost. I remember hearing Nigerian Youtuber Tayo Aina mention so many times that rent is so expensive in Lagos in Nigeria.
Cameroon, I feel like, you know, our real estate developers are still a little bit behind with the way they finish their homes, and I don't know really if it's just a cost constraint, because you will see massive story buildings, but then the finishing is, it just makes the house not be very pleasant. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that at least the comparisons, you know, brought some level of interest. It was interesting for you to engage in. And yes, guys, I will see you in my next video.
It has two sinks. The first
You see
thing
that
I've seen with
two
two
sinks.
sinks. And then the storage space as well is actually very good.
You see that every apartment has its own.
Yeah, every of this apartment has something about them that, like, you know, it's the standout thing. So it's either you choose one or the other.